Okay, so now that we have all of our files onto the desktop, we can now begin editing in Final Cut Pro. So if your Final Cut Pro is in your dock here at the bottom, you can just double click and it'll open. If it's not, you will need to find the Launchpad along the bottom. On the older style Macs, it'll be the circular icon with a rocket in it. If it's the newer style Macs, you'll have a square with 9 circles in it. You'll want to click. And Final Cut will either be here on the first page or you'll need to click and drag over to the left and it'll be on the second page. On my computer here, it's on the first page, so I can just click. So once Final Cut opens, you'll have our screen here, and this is the screen that you'll see and become very familiar with. So I'll give a little bit of a breakthrough of what everything is. So your whole project is called a library. This is where your file would save and you would have access to everything. Here is our event. So once you import all your media and such, it'll live in the event. And then our project will be actually where we can make changes to our project and import, add photos and files and music and titles and so on. So in order for us to begin editing, we need to import our media. So I can click the icon there. So all of our items are saved on the desktop. So I will select the desktop icon there. If you have space below the files here, you can just click and drag forward to select all of them. That's how you can do that. If not, you can click and hold Command for every single file and click every file so that you can select them all. And once you do that, after you select all your files, you will need to import all. So now that you have imported all of your files, what you will need to do is create a new project, select a new project. So we want to always title our project to whatever the current project is writing on. So this is the Meet Your Crew project. So my project name will be Meet Your Crew. Your video format, you just want to make it at 1080p HD. This will make it the easiest for rendering and saving. It won't cause your file to be too large. So after I do that, your format's in 1080p HD. Our resolution is 1920 by 1080 and 30 frames per second. We can press OK. And now we have our timeline where we can start dragging and dropping all of our files. So I'm going to start. So I'm going to click and drag my first file down into the timeline. From there, what I will need to do then is grab my second file, click. If you get this option where you get the square, what you'll need to do is just on the left, click, drag it all the way to the left, click and drag to the right, both sides of the rectangle. So click and drag them down. I'm just going to continue with placing all my files together. So now that I have my video file complete,